Meanwhile, Bob Saget was like, the Jews. It's so funny. He was the most offensive guy. Is he dead now?
Yeah,
he died. He died. Man,
that was weird though. He was offensive with his humor, and then people like all of a sudden took it to mean. I think they were so like surprised by the fact that he was this Danny Tanner, and then he was on stage talking about porn and shit. It's like, well, one is a literal actor, like a literal fake role, and the other one is him on stage. He's probably somewhere like in the middle, like the rest of us, where he can behave like a normal person in front of children, but he also likes to fuck a little bit. Like,
true.
People were like, he's a pervert. It's like, no, he just...
I would have paid for him, like a private thing, for him to give me like a DJ talk. You know, when he like comes up, he's like, DJ,
on one
in the bedroom. Yeah. I'm on the bed, like, they're just being so fucking mean.
Dude, he kind of, so he came on the show a few times, probably like 3 times. And he sent me a DM once after we like sold out some show. And he was just like, I want you to know, like, I'm really proud of you. Like, it was
really nice to
That's really nice.
He's one of the
Tanner talk.
He's one of the few guests we've had like who like kept in touch and stuff like that. And it wasn't over the top. It wasn't like we were like we had any real relationship. But I was like, dude, that was really nice, Bob. Thank you very much for saying that.
Go write a song about it. Yeah, make a little acoustic tribute to Dead Bob.
That was one of those ones too. When he died, I was like, I could tweet this out and be like, he's a really nice guy, but then it was like, well, then it's making the death about me.
I know.
So I just didn't.
Saved
it for a podcast
that was
5 years later.
That was the first one.
Move.
That was the first
like
one
the other
where I
Olsen
remember
sister.
being like, I remember being like, I could actually do one of these, like, share a nice story about him because he's, knock on wood, we haven't had anybody else die.
Yeah.
But I think I did do it, but because I was like, I overthought it this way, that way. I'm like, just fucking do it. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I know you got to get the shit.
Yeah, it gets dropped from everyone's minds anyway. I'm like, should I? It's like people will forget.
That's what I mean. Like it's like when people, when some people don't want you to know their birthday. It's like, it's your birthday. Just say it's your birthday.
Why do people not want to?
You know what I mean? Like when it's like you don't want to be known.
Certainly,
as the
I've
person
never
who
heard a woman do this.
Sorry,
I've never heard of that before. I'm usually reminded to the point. Usually mentally bludgeoned by the fact.
Birthday month. Fuck out of here,
dude. By the way, before we let you go, I went to the Eagles game with your brother.
Oh yeah, we got to talk a little
Big Bill.
Mccusker real quick.
Big Bill.
Wait, I texted you about this, but we met someone at the bar who talked about the Mccusker compound, as they called it. Did you guys call it that, or the neighborhood called it that?
It was called. People would be like, "It's a compound." Then we adopted that for ourselves. After people were like, "Oh, you live in a compound?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess it is a compound."
It was you, and then like your uncles and cousins and shit were like next door attached.
So it was so my dad and my dad's brother bought land, and they just built 2 houses, and it was kind of rural.
This is in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, and eventually it was in Delaware County, it was in Garnet Valley, but then it got like people started developing there like years after we had been there. So it was just a house, my dad, 6 kids, and then my cousins, his brother, and they were both 1 of 10 kids, by the way. So then my dad had 6 kids, his brother had 10 kids, and we just lived on this like plot of land.
1 woman, 1 mom?
Yeah.
10 kids?
Yeah, man.
She was either pregnant, feeding, or taking care of kids for like the rest, like her whole life. Just like a never-ending...
Dude, and historically, women have been pregnant or rearing children for about...
half their life?
Over half, yeah.
Holy
Yeah, historically, that's been... Yeah,
Christ.
it's pretty nuts when you think about that.
Okay, so,
and then
so
most
Billy
of them
was in
would die
that mix?
childbirth. So Billy was
yeah.
in... So we all just it was just 16 kids running around this like plot of land, like a rural area.
But it's like, it's 16 Mccuskers.
Yeah.
Not 16 kids. 16 Mccuskers. It's an
Mutants,
important
dude.
distinction.
Mutants.
Yeah. But it was, Billy, I forget what Billy does, but he came and he had the work boots on. And
he was doing demolition, or he was doing trash, yeah.
Yeah, the jeans on. He was what, like, I think what men want to picture men as, where he's just talking, and I was like, oh, I bet he's a big football guy. And I was like, what do you think about the Eagles this year? It was week 2. It was Monday Night Football. We went with like Shane, fucking O'Connor, all that. And then Billy just looks at me and he just goes, dude, if you can name more than 3 guys on a football team, you're gay. When
I heard that,
It's mutants.
It's like he's such a man. He's so tough. That sports is gay. Like, that's incredible.
It was like an eye-opening thing. Where I was like, oh, that's right. Men don't care about sports, dude. It's like it's boys who want to be
earning and
who are like big into
It's only because our dad didn't watch sports.
Yeah.
So we just never got exposed to it, and like
Right.
we just people are like, "Yo, how the Phillies looking?" I'm like,
I don't
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's like I support you and enjoying it, and I'll watch it with you, but I don't give a fuck at all. Like I don't care at all. And dude, I get
Good
like
way to
trapped
be,
in
bro.
conversations, and it's like
I'm sure, because everyone just assumes, you know.
Well, it spikes conversations with strangers because they're like, "Hey, the fucking Devil Rays are looking good." I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Like, do you want to talk about pre-Christian Greece? Like, no, not at all. And I'm like, right. We're at an impasse then.
This relationship will go no further. All right, we wrap up. This is a new thing we're doing. Can you give us, and I think you're going to be a good candidate for this, I hope. Can you give us a fun fact?
Ooh, a fun fact. Spiders. Do you know spiders nurse their young on milk? Yeah, spiders.
Spiders produce milk?
Spiders produce a milk-like substance.
They got
and
titties?
Yes, and they nurse their many.
They're little baby
spiderettes.
spiders?
Yes, you know that.
I do not.
You had that just ready. There.
My cousin called me the other day and hit me with it. He's like, "Dude, you know spiders milk their
Imagine
Why-
you're like, oh, it's
Shout out Hoss. Shout out Hoss, dude. Hoss hit me up.
so fucking funny.
Spiders milk their
Like the only thing he said, like that was the
That
reason
was
he
all
called
we
you.
had to talk about. Yeah, that was on the docket, dude.
It's one thing if it's like, yo, we got to plan the family reunion. Oh, by the way, I saw this thing on TV. Just to be like, spiders milk their young.
He hit the line. Thank God he did, because I don't know what else I would have said.
Really? I feel like you would have a bunch of them.
Could
Well,
we
yeah,
consume
you're-
it? Like some
Huh?
like could we consume it?
You could probably drink spider milk.
Spider milk?
What do you think is
Well, it'd have to
venomous?
be a fucking massive spider to produce enough for.
But what if we
human
just killed a
drug.
bunch of spiders
shot.
and drank their milk?
But I'm saying
gotta get 'em
like,
pregnant first, then
like,
kill
like a.
That's a more difficult task. I killed a lot of spiders in my day. I haven't fucked one yet.
Ew, a wolf spider. Yeah.
All spiders do this.
I think only a certain amount, but I'm not sure. I think there's
So is a spider a mammal?
not a mammal
because it
it's
has
a
eggs.
non-mammal, but it
But it
produces
does
milk.
eggs.
Yeah,
It does milk.
pretty crazy.
And the big ones or the small ones? Because that's what I was saying. Like a small one would make like a drop of milk. So
Yeah.
like those ones in
But if
Australia,
we- babies
like
are
turning
fine.
out a fucking 16-ounce can.
If a fucking almond's making milk, like
Yeah, don't even get me started on that. I don't know how that shit works.
why
How do you
haven't
get
we
from a fucking
explored-
almond to a glass of milk? I don't get.
Why haven't we explored spider milk?
I'm not drinking spider milk.
I would drink spider milk.
That would be nasty, dude.
It's 4 times as nutritious.
What? Yeah, here's the question. The question is, if I drink it, can I?
4 times the protein
Will I become Spider-Man?
Sugar typically found in cows.
and 4 times the sugar too. I bet it's just delicious.
Oh, it's
Do-
fucking so
and
good.
so you can do people though? Like, is it a thing? Like, are you looking at people like pictures and videos of them drinking?
I'm gonna be just fucking tweaking spider nipples.
milk anything,
You
right?
know when they get like the venom
milk
out of a
me.
spider? It's got
Oh, that's a
two
male spider.
fucking-
God damn it.
Two fucking milkers
Not for
hanging over a
humans.
glass.
Not for humans.
Not for humans.
Oh.
Like humans can't drink it.
Yeah, it says, well, there's a recommendation, do not drink it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I get a lot of those
There's a lot of
recommendations in my line
protein.
work.
Yeah, I was like, come on. Oh, it expired. I'm drinking. All right, brother, go do the podcast,
Dude, thank you guys. man.
Thank you so
Matt's
much,
gonna head
man.
over to do Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, which you can find everywhere, and the
Yeah.
Patreon, of course.
Yep.
And you're out on the road.
Yeah, I'm doing a special. I'm gonna do a
Oh, nice.
special.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna record it June 1st and through
Oh
the
shit,
3rd.
coming up.
Yeah,
Where
timing worked out perfectly.
Where is that?
I'm gonna do it in Philly at Helium. So,
Okay, are tickets available for that?
Yeah.
Okay,
MattMcCusker.com
Go
/dates.
MattMcCusker.com. You can watch him record his special. I'm sure it's gonna kill you. It must have been a fun few years for you.
Yeah, it's been a
I
blast.
mean,
It's
I'm
getting
sure as soon
more
as
and more
Shane
fun.
popped, it was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that
this
was
is
like
gonna work now. Like this
that was
podcast
surreal
is-
for a while. That was
Yeah.
kind of like because I'm used to things just like completely exploding in my face. So I was like, it's coming, and then I was like,
Yeah.
maybe
Were you doing
not.
like a day job and then
Yeah, I was painting. I would paint houses, and then
and you were doing comedy in the podcast, kind
Comedy
of just like
podcast.
making a little extra cash.
a couple little side hustles,
And then
here
all of a
there.
sudden it's like
yeah, no,
number one Patreon and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Crazy.
I went, whoa.
Whoa.